Good morning, everyone. In today's video, I'm using my airbrush to do an airbrushed acrylic pour. I have three colors. I have white paint, black paint, and a gold makeup. It is actually makeup, it is not paint, it's more of a mica pigment. I have all of my colors thinned down with some airbrush medium and a touch of water so that they will flow really nicely across the canvas. I'm starting out by adding a really thin coat of white down so that the black will move a little bit easier. I found that a dry canvas, the paint doesn't want to move as well. I don't normally use as much as other types of pours because I don't want the paint to get muddy. This time I'm using a foam brush just to smooth the paint out instead of my hand or a palette knife. It worked pretty well, and I was also able to get the sides evenly done. For these types of paintings, I like to work in small amounts of paint at a time so that I don't overdo it. When I've put a lot of paint down at once, I've found that things can get really muddy and I don't like the way it turns out. So I'm just using my stick to put small amounts of black paint down while I use the airbrush to start moving it around. I'll have a link to this airbrush in the video description. I have it set at about 40 psi, so it's not an extremely strong flow of air, but it's enough that I can control it and still move the paint. To help the black flow a little bit better, I'm adding a little bit of white around the edges so that I can continue to blow it out. I had a spray bottle filled with water and I used it a little bit, but again, I didn't want to add too much water to this because I didn't know if the paint would run too much or move around more than I wanted it to. But it did help a few small portions of paint move a little bit better across the canvas where some of that base coat was already drying. So I started adding the gold, and instead of using the airbrush, I just blew it out. I was worried that the airbrush would move things a little bit too much, and I really liked the design that I had already created. I've been using different types of gold and silver to embellish my pieces, and I found a few things that I like. I'm still just having a hard time figuring out a way to add it while the paint is still wet and for it to turn out with the look that I want. So far as I'm blowing this out, I do like the way it looks, so I think I'm getting a little bit closer to how my final piece will turn out in a way that I've been hoping for. I've noticed that I really like the look of alcohol inks, but I don't use them. And so I think my technique is looking similar to how alcohol inks turn out, only sticking with acrylics and thinning them down. This portion of the painting had already started drying, so again I just added another little bit of white paint to keep it wet enough so that the black and the white and gold move across the canvas. So I just wanted to say thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I know my head was in the way through parts of this, so I will try and set up 2 different angles next time I do an airbrushed piece.